Donna Douglas looked like the kind of star Hollywood could easily label. She was beautiful, sweet, Southern, and forever remembered as Ellie Mae Clampett on the Beverly Hillbillies. But behind that famous smile was a life with harder turns than fans expected. Then came Elvis Presley. Their time together on Frankie and Johnny became one of the most talked about chapters of her life. Not because of some loud scandal, but because of the quiet connection people still wonder about. A connection finding new life in 2026 as vintage Hollywood stories dominate social media. Join us as we look back at Donna Douglas's rise, her faith, her Hollywood battles, and the Elvis chapter that never stopped following her. Before Donna Douglas became the sweet face millions knew, she was Doris Ione Smith from Pride, a small community in East Baton Rouge Parish, Louisiana. Born September 26, 1932, she was the younger of two children. Her father worked for Standard Oil. Her mother had been a telephone operator. Donna's world was not built around movie sets or famous people. It was a simple Southern life, and she carried that feeling forever. She attended Redemptorist High School, where she played softball and basketball. She later said she was naive, idealistic, shy, and awkward. She came from a poor home without a car. She once told the Times News, "I had never been away from home. I grew up poor. My parents didn't have a car. I never had a background for show business." Yet people noticed her. In 1957, she was named Miss Baton Rouge and Miss New Orleans. She was a tomboy raised with one older brother and male cousins, swinging from vines and playing ball. Years later, that country spirit would make her famous. Long before television stardom, Donna lived through marriage, motherhood, and heartbreak. In 1951, she married Roland Bourgeois Jr. In 1954, she had her only child, Danny Bourgeois. That same year, her marriage ended in divorce. She wanted to chase a career, but was also a mother. She made the difficult choice to send her son to live with her parents while she went to New York to pursue show business. She had no Hollywood connections, no clear map. She simply had a chance, courage, and uncertainty. Her first trip north showed how new everything was. At the New Orleans airport, a man asked if she wanted to change her reservation to arrive earlier. Donna later remembered, "I didn't even know they had two airports in New York." She had grown up Christian, but her faith was not strong yet. "I loved Jesus, but I didn't know the Word of God," she said. In New York, that changed. She made a deeper commitment. "I made a commitment to God," she said. Soon, her future began moving fast. In New York, Donna started with humble work. One early job was as an illustration model for toothpaste advertisements. It was not glamorous, but it got her noticed. She also took acting lessons. Donna had beauty, but she was not trying to live on beauty alone. In 1957, she appeared as the letters girl on NBC's The Perry Como Show. In 1959, she became the billboard girl on The Steve Allen Show. These appearances made her face familiar. New York photographers awarded her the Miss Byline crown, and she wore it on The Ed Sullivan Show. That moment led to something bigger. Producer Hal B. Wallace saw her and cast her in the 1959 drama career, starring Anthony Franciosa, Dean Martin, and Shirley MacLaine. Donna also appeared in Lil Abner and played a secretary in Lover, Come Back with Rock Hudson and Doris Day. She appeared on the Phil Silvers Show in 1958, credited as Doris Bourgeois. She was not famous yet, but she was no longer just the shy girl from Louisiana. Before the Beverly Hillbillies made her a household name, Donna built more television experience than many realized. She appeared on U.S. Marshal Tightrope, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, Bachelor Father, Route 66, Thriller, and Mr. Ed. She had a recurring role on Checkmate. But one of her most remembered early appearances came from The Twilight Zone. In Eye of the Beholder, she played a patient having plastic surgery because society sees her as ugly. Her face is wrapped in bandages. When they come off, the audience sees Donna's beautiful face. Yet she screams in horror. The camera reveals the medical staff looks frightening by our standards. In their world, Donna is considered ugly. It was a haunting role. She appeared in another Twilight Zone episode in 1962. She had proven she could do more than smile. But she was still not a major star. Then producer Paul Henning began developing a show about a poor hillbilly family that strikes oil and moves to Beverly Hills. Hundreds of actresses wanted one part. When Henning's show was being cast, Donna was among roughly 500 young actresses considered for Ellie Mae Clampett. She had moved from New York to Hollywood, still seeking the right break. She had prayed for a family-oriented show, and the Beverly Hillbillies fit that wish. But just when the door opened, something frightening happened. After her audition, Donna was in an auto accident and hospitalized for more than 2 weeks. That could have ended everything. Producers had narrowed the choice to 5 women. Because of her hospital stay, Donna only had a couple of days left to screen test. She remembered how weak she was, but refused to miss the chance. "I was pretty wobbly, but you better know I was there," she told the Times News. While recovering, she prayed and asked God for the role. She walked in after pain, fear, and uncertainty. Still, she showed up and won the part. Ellie Mae Clampett became the beautiful, kind, animal-loving daughter of Jed Clampett. Donna said Ellie Mae felt close to who she really was. She had grown up a tomboy. The Beverly Hillbillies premiered in 1962 and became one of television's biggest shows. It was TV's top program for 2 straight years and stayed popular through 9 seasons until 1971. A backwoods family strikes oil, becomes rich, moves to Beverly Hills, and tries understanding a world that doesn't understand them. Donna's Ellie Mae was essential to that charm. She was beautiful, sweet, strong, innocent, and unaware of her own bombshell image. She loved animals, critters, as the show called them. Fans believed that country charm was real. Attention came fast. "There were many adjustments to make," she said. "One day, no one recognized me on the street, and the next people were coming up to me just to say hello and have me touch their children." She learned to accept attention as love for Ellie Mae, not herself. She received more fan mail than any other cast member. Behind the scenes, the show gave Donna relationships that lasted decades. Donna, Max Baer Jr., and Buddy Ebsen attended Irene Ryan's memorial after her 1973 death. Irene, who played Granny, made Christmas special with huge spreads for the cast every year. Donna bonded deeply with Buddy Ebsen, who played her father. He became something close to a real father figure. She later called him a wonderful man, very much like my own father, a quiet, reserved, and caring person. Donna and Max remained close friends for life. Near her death, Donna said, "Tell Max I thought I was going to get better." Donna understood the gift and trap of Ellie Mae. In a 2003 interview, she said, "Ellie Mae was like a slice out of my life. She is a wonderful little door opener for me, because people love her. But you have to have substance or integrity to advance through that door." Fame alone was not enough. Still, Hollywood struggled seeing her outside the part. After 9 years, she was typecast. Her faith also set limits. She refused roles she found immoral or built around nudity. Even on the Beverly Hillbillies, there were rules. "I could show no cleavage or buns or belly button," she said, "and we couldn't say anything out of line." During the 1966 summer break, Donna took her only starring feature film role. She played Frankie opposite Elvis Presley in Frankie and Johnny, a Western musical set on a Mississippi riverboat. Elvis played Johnny, a charming gambler whose bad luck keeps pulling him into trouble. Donna's Frankie was his girlfriend. The story mixed romance, jealousy, comedy, and mistaken identity. The film reached number 40 on Variety's box office list for 1966. For Donna, this was huge. Elvis was not just another actor. He was Elvis. The film was only moderately successful and did little for her movie career. But behind the scenes, her connection with Elvis became far more memorable than the box office. Fans still talk about Donna and Elvis because people around them noticed something special. Elvis's friend and hairdresser, Larry Geller, later said several people thought sparks were flying. But Geller clarified the bond was not simple flirtation. During lunch and breaks, they spent time in deep conversation. Geller said, "At lunch and at breaks, Elvis and Donna would get into some heavy spiritual conversations. They did have a lot in common, and several people thought sparks were flying." Elvis was searching for meaning. Donna had deep interest in faith. Geller, seen as Elvis's spiritual advisor, said even though Elvis respected Donna, he only regarded her in a professional capacity and held her in high esteem. I used to visit her in her dressing room. We would meditate and discuss various philosophic subjects that we shared. Donna gave Elvis something rare on a film set, someone to discuss things beyond fame and Hollywood noise. Both studied the works of Paramahansa Yogananda. At Graceland, Elvis didn't always have people sharing those interests. For that brief time, she understood a side of him others missed. When the Beverly Hillbillies ended, Donna was not prepared. I didn't know it was going to end. They kept telling us we would be coming back, and then they would say no. We never had a farewell finale. She took a few 1970s roles on Night Gallery, Love, American Style, Adam 12, and Macmillan and Wife. She joined the 1981 reunion movie Return of the Beverly Hillbillies. In 1993, Donna, Buddy, and Max reunited on The Jerry Springer Show. In 1971, she married Robert M. Leeds, who had directed the show. They divorced in 1980. After acting slowed, Donna got a real estate license, but it didn't last. She felt compelled to tell clients both good and bad things about houses, which didn't fit Los Angeles business culture. Donna built a new life around faith, music, and children. She performed gospel music at churches, schools, camps, and conventions nationwide. She recorded gospel albums, including Donna Douglas Sings Gospel and Back on the Mountain in 1989. In 1982, she enrolled at Rhema Bible Training Center in Oklahoma, graduating in 1984 with emphasis in children's ministry. She wrote books including Donna's Critters and Kids, children's stories with a Bible touch. In 2013, she published Southern Favorites with a Taste of Hollywood, a cookbook featuring recipes from Buddy Ebsen, Debbie Reynolds, and Dolly Parton. Even later, Ellie Mae's image had power, leading to legal fights. In 1993, Donna and Kurt Wilson filed a $200 million lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg, Bette Midler, and Disney, claiming Sister Act was taken from their property. Courts sided with defendants. In 2011, Donna sued Mattel and CBS over the Ellie Mae Barbie doll, claiming unauthorized use of her likeness. The case settled on December 27, 2011, with details kept private. Ellie Mae remained valuable decades later. In her final years, Donna returned to her Louisiana roots, moving back to Baton Rouge around 2005. Her niece by marriage, Charlene Smith, said, "She was always happy, always beautiful. You always saw her with all her makeup on. She never looked her age." In Huntington Beach, people remembered her bringing goodies, chocolates, candy, Christmas gifts to the post office. One man said she beamed with God's love and would hug people, saying, "God bless you." Another remembered her as gracious and classy. She never acted above people. In her last years, she spoke at churches, telling young people, "Nobody can be better you than you. If you want God's best for your life, it's out there for you. That's what my life shows, that you don't have to compromise." Donna died of pancreatic cancer on January 1, 2015, at age 82. She was buried at Bluff Creek Cemetery in East Feliciana Parish, Louisiana. Donna Douglas was never just Ellie Mae. She was never just the woman beside Elvis. She was a pageant winner, young mother, working actress, singer, writer, and a woman who refused to trade values for easier fame. That is what made her Elvis chapter so interesting. People looked for scandal, but the real story was quieter. Two Southern stars, carrying heavy public lives, found something rare between scenes. Honest conversation, respect, and a side of Donna fame never changed. What surprised you more? How much she lived beyond Ellie Mae, or the deeper side of her bond with Elvis? Share your thoughts below.